that they make through the national capital of Delhi. The Supreme Court today imposed an environmental charge of up to 1,300 rupees on every truck going into Delhi, and that's in addition to the toll tax. Ashmit Kumar now joining us with the details of this order. Ashmit, interestingly, this is far more than what the NGT had suggested, which I think was for about, 500 to 1,000 rupees a truck. The amicus curiae to this case, Harish Salve, said 1,200 rupees, but the Supreme Court has come out with 1,300 rupees. How is this going to work out?
Well, as you firstly pointed out, of course, the NGT order at this point was passed just last week, but the Supreme Court has in fact clarified over the course of the proceedings that this order, once it comes into effect post-November 1st, this will take charge and it will overwhelm all other tribunal orders. So this is the order to look at. And of course, looking at the order, there are three essential takeaways here. First, of course, the big ticket item being the environment compensation charge. That's how it's been termed, the ECC, the environment compensation charge. There are broadly two categories of vehicles depending on the vehicle involved, on the commercial vehicle involved. The charge would vary between 700 and 1,300 crore rupees depending on the kind of vehicle. They've provided for exemptions for certain types of vehicles, private vehicles, ambulances, vehicles carrying foodstuffs as well as oil. So these are the exemptions available broadly. The second big takeaway, of course, is that it will be implemented from November 1st. There's a 3.5-month window that this plan will be in action as a pilot plan, as a planned experiment, so to speak, and this will be reviewed in the third week of February. So this will, of course, be a pilot project that will give some direction on the road ahead in terms of policy making regarding trucks coming into India, coming into Delhi. And of course, the third takeaway is that there are very explicit directions issued to neighboring states of Uttar Pradesh, of Haryana, of Rajasthan to work in unison with Delhi to ensure that commercial vehicles that are not destined for Delhi do use alternative routes that are available outside Delhi to negotiate or ensure that they don't enter Delhi and to pollute the air. Of course, this order does come into effect on November 1st. So with all other orders being overwhelmed, ECC, that's the way ahead, at least that's the Supreme Court says. Back to you.
So 1,300 rupees per truck that enters Delhi. And of course, the other big and very important development is that no truck is allowed to pass through the national capital unless it's headed for the national capital. Otherwise, they have to be routed via Panipat, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks, Ashmit, for joining us.